There we go. As the camera picks it back up, we get another video here. It's going to be picked up, thrown down the ice by the Force. Skips down for icing. 10:08 remaining in the first. Face off, controlled now by the Force. It's Oliver Westhoff across the blue line into center ice. Skips ahead, has it knocked off his stick. Back the other way. Touch pass up by Kelly. Back to Kelly. Kelly dumps it in deep. Around behind the net it goes. Zaremba there for the Force. Taken up by the Lakers, kept in by Cumberland. Cross ice pass for the Lakers. Kelly there for the Force. Tries to knock the puck away, centering feed. Shot goes through the crease, rink wide. Picked up by Zaremba. Zaremba. He's got Westhoff in the slot. Passes across. His pass is defended well by the Lakers. Out into the crease, picked up by the Lakers. Poked away by Cumberland. But gains possession of the puck, throws it around behind the net, goes off the side of the net. Cumberland gathers it around another defender. Cumberland gaining some speed, has it knocked off his stick. Right at the red line, the Lakers can't connect on the pass. Coming over to pick up the loose puck is Kelly. Kelly making a move towards the net, defended by the whole team of junior Lakers, and the puck comes off her stick back to Blackburn. Blackburn dumps it back in. Tipped in by Zaremba. Puck comes back to Blackburn. He touch passes it ahead onto the stick of Fraze. Fraze through center ice. Murphy makes a move. Around another defender, spinorama, shot towards the net, kick to the side by the Lakers goaltender. Kept in now by Kiefer. Into the skates of a couple of people. I don't think that was offsides. That never came across the blue line. Blown offsides here. Last game we had a couple missed calls. This one, we got calls that don't need to be made. 8:05 is remaining. 2-1 Lakers. Face-off controlled by the Force. Kiefer up to Hagen. Hagen tries to split the defenders, maintains the possession of the puck. Now onto the stick of Fraze. Fraze sends it around the boards, back for Blackburn. Blackburn cross ice to Kiefer. Kiefer fans on the shot attempt, gathers it back up, fires another one. It's tipped around in front, doesn't make the net. Sitting on the doorstep, kicks wide of the crease. Puck comes out to Blackburn. Blackburn defending well. Onto the stick of Hagen. Hagen with one to beat. Hagen all alone towards the net. Hagen shot. Gets taken down from behind. It's going to be a penalty on the Lakers. The Force will go on the power play with 7:25 remaining in the first. Shot from deep from Warner, and the pass attempt comes back and didn't connect with anybody. As the Lakers gather behind the Force net, feed the slot wide open. Back checking there is Huffman. Shot blocked in front by Warner. Lakers take it away for a moment. Max McDonald knocks it off his stick, chips him around. Max McDonald is taken down. And the Lakers gather behind their net, defended there by Fryer. Comes to center ice, picked up by Llewellyn. Llewellyn tried to get a shot, lost it off his stick. Collision in the corner. No call. Puck comes out to Huffman. Huffman across to Warner. Warner cranks it back, fires one, blocked out in front. Now Fryer with the puck. Shot from up high, blockered away. Taken away by Fryer. Fryer feeds the crease, and McDonald couldn't get enough on it. Puck comes out to Llewellyn. Llewellyn knocks it back down to Huffman. Back and forth on the boards it goes. Now Fryer throws one towards the net. Kicked to the side by the Lakers goaltender. McDonald with it now. Tried to gather it. Couldn't get it together. Lakers behind the net. Huffman going to be the first one there for the Force. Fed up high for Llewellyn. Back down low for Huffman. Got McDonald in the slot. Behind the net, taken away by the Lakers. 5:45 remains. Puck all the way down the rink. It's going to go for icing. Face-off controlled by the Lakers, taken away by the Force onto the stick of Sutherland, covered up by the Lakers goaltender. Face-off controlled by the Force, back to Kelly. Kelly tries to keep it in, taken away by the Lakers. Getting back on defense, here's Cumberland, back checked by Zaremba, and Cumberland clears it out into the danger. To center ice it goes. Back to Cumberland. Cumberland feeds it up ahead to Sutherland. Back to Kelly. Kelly looking for open ice, feeds it across to Aiden Cumberland. Zaremba now ahead. Sutherland fighting for the puck. Back and forth the puck goes. Coming away with it is the Lakers. Fans on the shot attempt, blocked by Kelly. Pressure put on by Cora. Poke check there by Westhoff. Now Cumberland attacking, swinging wide, bumping and shoving. Winding wide is the Lakers, makes a move and shoots it wide left of the net. Fed down the ice and kept in by the Lakers. Down for Kelly. Kelly to gather the loose puck. Feeds it ahead to Zaremba. Couldn't get the pass through, taken away by the Lakers. Shot attempt blocked in front by Kelly. Now picked up by Sutherland. He overskates that puck. As the Lakers gather back up, shoot one towards the net, blocked away by Quas. We got high stick, played with high stick here. 4 minutes remains in the first, Force down 1. Force pick up that puck after the face-off. It's onto the stick of Potts. He's got Hagen in tow. Lakers players comes off his skates. Kiefer feeds it ahead. Kiefer and Potts battling for it. Kiefer comes away with it. Kiefer towards the net. Kiefer into the slot. Shot attempt, backhand, loose. Puck is loose. Where's it at? Nobody knows. Where's the puck? I didn't hear a whistle. Face-off being taken by Murphy Fraze. He wins that one. Dumps it down low, gathered up by the Lakers. Hagen putting on some pressure here. Fed around the boards. Blackburn back on defense, falls down. Kiefer, the remaining defender for the Force, swings wide, tries a centering pass, couldn't connect, stolen away by Hagen. Hagen around 1 or 2 here. He's got 2 to beat. It's a 3-on-2 the other way for the Force. Hagen swings wide, fires one towards the net. It's blocked away by the goaltender from Sioux. The Lakers feed it ahead. Block pass attempt there by Fraze. Blackburn chips it ahead to Hagen. Hagen now gathers up the loose puck. He's got Potts to his left. Tries to lift a stick. Puck comes away from him. Kept in by Blackburn. Onto the stick of Potts. You could call that a shot. Kick to the side by the goaltender from Sioux. Blackburn now with it. Turns and fires. Back the other way it comes. Down for Kiefer. 2:22 left in the first. Picked up by Kiefer behind the net. Fed ahead to Fryer. Puck up in the air and into the Force bench. 2:14 remains in this one. Force down 1. The Lakers control that face-off, feed one towards the net. It's blocked around in front, covered up by Kwas. Face-off, controlled by the Lakers. Shot from in deep off the mask of Kwas. Picked up by McDonald. Fed out to Fryer. Fryer comes away with the puck. He's pressured hard by the Sioux Lakers. Coming to the boards. Taken away by the Lakers. Back on defense is Warner. Feed the slot. Shot attempt. Shot wide left. Back out. Another shot. Blocked by Kwas, but it skips in the net. We're having it waved off. No goal. That was with a hand. No goal. Force down 1. Face-off controlled by the Lakers, making a move. He's got somebody open in the crease here, feeds it across, couldn't connect on that shot attempt, cleared out by Kelly. Down the ice, gathered up by the Lakers. Fed out, down the ice, it's gonna skip everyone and go for icing. Face-off controlled by the Force. Puck comes out to Cumberland. Backhands it down low. Stolen away by the Lakers. Fed ahead. Back on the stick of Cumberland. Cumberland has it. Knocked away into the skates of Zaremba. And Cumberland feeds it into the offensive zone.
Quick turnover in the neutral zone.
Kelly tries to feed it ahead. Lakers steal it away. Cumberland there. Knocks the player right off his skates. And he's going to pick up a penalty. Force are going to go on a penalty kill, brought to you by Cumberland and Sons. Aiden Cumberland picking up the penalty for the Force. Face off, won by the Force. This is controlled by Fraze. Fraze is getting some speed. Fraze round 1. He's got 1 to beat, and he's got Hagen to his right, looking for him. Tries to feed him, but it's skipped up over the top, left on the doorstep, taken away by the Lakers. Llewellyn pokes at it, steals it with that poke check. He's got some open ice here. Llewellyn winds wide, brings it in, shot attempt. Goes off the side of the net, and the Lakers feed it down the ice. Back together is going to be Warner. Icing's waved off. Warner feeds it ahead to Hagen. Hagen has it stolen away by the Lakers. They enter the offensive zone. Taking it right towards the net. Warner out front, loses the handle on it. Shot. Blocked away. Didn't get it off before the period expired. We got a 2-1 hockey game after 1. Force down.
local legend, the Sioux St. Marie, his walleye took their first game for the one today. And he was on fire. Woo, baby! He was pumped. What do you say, bro? Say hi to people at Sioux St. Marie. Hello. Hello, good people.
We're going to keep the headphones fully on for this game. We got a rowdy bunch up here next to me from the Lakers parent group. Just going to try to block that out. We'll start off the second period. 40 seconds remaining on the Cumberland penalty. Penalty killers out here are going to be McDonald, Huffman, Llewellyn, and Warner. I believe we had an offsides there on the Lakers. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. They enter the offensive zone here. Swing wide. Comes out to another player. Feed the slot. Kicked away by Quas. Picked up by McDonald. McDonald has two to beat here. Swings wide. Reverses. Backhands it towards the slot. Comes through. Covered up for a second by the Lakers goaltender. 14 seconds remains on the Cumberland penalty. Face-off comes back to Llewellyn. He fires one towards the net off the face mask. Played with a high stick. A good shot by Llewellyn. And we got we're going to take it all the way down to the other end of the ice. 8 seconds remains. Important face-off for the Force. Won by the Lakers, fed towards the net, picked up by Warner behind. Fed off the glass and down the ice. Not out. Shot from deep. Save Quas. And Huffman clears it out of the box. And onto the ice now is going to be Fryer for Cumberland. Shot. Comes up. Another one off the side of the net. Gathered up by the Lakers. Fed to the slot but couldn't control it. Walking up and taking a shot in. Blocked away by Warner. Now onto the stick of McDonald. McDonald and Fryer ahead for the Force. McDonald swings wide to the left. Looking. Moves towards the net. Takes a shot. Has it blocked in front. Back down the ice come the Lakers. Warner there on defense. Now back together. It's going to be Llewellyn. Llewellyn feeds it ahead. Picked up by the Lakers in the neutral zone. Cross ice pass as they gather. And back down the ice they go. Blocked in front by Warner. That shot attempt didn't have anything on it. And the Lakers steal it away. Another shot attempt. Sticked away by Quas. Fed up high to the blue line. Shot attempt blocked. Picked up by McDonald. McDonald is defended by a couple of Lakers players as they enter the offensive zone. I don't know if that was a pass or a shot, but it doesn't go anywhere. And Llewellyn clears it up high as it skips the stick of the Lakers defender onto the stick of Max McDonald. Max McDonald gaining speed, cutting towards the net. He's bumped off the puck. Stolen away now by the Force. That's going to be Oliver Westhoff. Makes a move towards the crease. Tries to fire it ahead. Blocked in front. Comes out to Cumberland. He rifles one towards the net. It's blocked by a player from Sioux. Backhanded back in by Cumberland. Cleared up to Blackburn. Up high. Feeds it back down low. It's going to be Max McDonald with the puck. Skips over his stick, and the Lakers come away with it. 10-16 left in the second. Kept in for a moment. by Zaremba. He's bumped off of his skates, and now Westhoff gathers it. Westhoff tries to make a move and has it stolen away. Down the ice it comes. Blackburn going to be the first one there for the Force to knock it back to Zaremba. Zaremba puts it to center ice, and the Lakers dump it in. Around the boards it goes, and Blackburn's going to gather it behind the net. Feeds it ahead, but not out. Puck's getting kicked around between a couple of different players here. Finally gathered by the Force onto the stick of Sutherland as he feeds it cross ice to Cumberland. And he's got Westhoff in tow. Shot by, oh, score! Aiden Cumberland with a rifle. Puts it in over the shoulder of the Sioux Lakers goaltender to tie up this game at 9:22.
Let's go right now! Turn it up!
Face-off controlled by the Lakers. Defended well there by Hagen. Hagen behind the net, feeds it around the boards. It's going to come up to Fraze. Fraze keeps it on stick. Gets cut off by the Lakers. Fed cross ice. It's going to be picked up by Kiefer. Back and forth the puck goes. Now onto the stick of Fraze. Fraze cuts towards the net. Fires one. It's blocked in front. Out to Kiefer, and he's got Kiefer beat. Blackburn's the one back on defense here for the Force. And good job keeping him off enough for Hagen to get back on the back check and break up that pass attempt. Puck on the blue line, shot from deep, kick to the side by Quas. Now Kiefer with the puck. He's tied up. Potts coming around to help assist here and try to get the puck from the Lakers defender. Now Kiefer back with it, throws it around. Skips the stick of the Lakers. Fanned on shot attempt by the junior Lakers. And Blackburn battling for the puck now. Comes away with it. Blackburn with it. Feeds it ahead to Hagen. Hagen with some space. He's got Fraze trailing right to the slot. Fraze is right there. Bound pass. Shot. Incredible save by the Lakers. There's good vision by Hagen to see Fraze trailing. Fed it across ice, couldn't connect. Well, connected, couldn't get it to Barry. 7:58 remains here in the second. Face-off, controlled by the Force. Kelly fires it down low. We got McDonald and Huffman down there. Comes out to Fryer on the sideboards. Taken away by the Lakers. Back on defense is going to be Kelly. Cumberland with a poke check. Kelly clears it away. Onto the stick of Max McDonald. McDonald up the boards to Fryer. Fryer loses the puck for a moment. Now McDonald with it. Enters the offensive zone, swings wide. Tries a backhand shot attempt, has it knocked off his stick. Fed up and down the ice, and Kelly's going to gather it back on the defensive end for the Force. Feeds it cross ice to Fryer. Fryer touch pass into the neutral zone. And knocked in by McDonald. Fryer to cut off that pass attempt by the Lakers and pinches it off down in the corner. McDonald looking for somebody, and Huffman came off the skates there. And he gets buried and fallen on top of. Shot towards the net, in the skates. McDonald with turn shot attempts, two of them. Couple of saves there by the Lakers goaltender. Now out to Fryer. Fryer tries to feed it down low, kind of fans on that attempt. Comes back up high for Kelly. Kelly gathers it and feeds it back down low to Fryer. Skips his stick, and the Lakers knock it around the boards. Tied up there is Huffman. Cumberland comes up to keep it in. Knocked around. McDonald now. The Lakers touch it into the neutral zone. Back for Cora Kelly. Kelly off the glass. Onto the stick of McDonald for the moment. Goes back in the offensive zone for the Force. Huffman there up front for the Force. Pass attempt stymied by Cumberland in the neutral zone, and we're going to have offsides on the Force. 6:05 remains. Tie hockey game 2-2. Face off is won by the Force. It's going to be picked up by the Lakers. Fed down the ice for Warner. Back to gather it. Surveys. Stretch pass. Skips a stick and goes into the bench.
Go Lakers!
Face off now controlled by the Lakers. Touched ahead, back for Warner. Warner feeds it back into the neutral zone, and the Lakers gather it. Try to feed the crease, knocked away there by Llewellyn onto the stick of Westhoff. Westhoff has it stolen away, and now Llewellyn with the puck, looking ahead, keeping his head up. Tries to feed it up, it goes all the way down the ice, and Sutherland going to be the first one there for the Force to put some pressure, along with Westhoff. Into the skates of the official. Shot on the net, on the doorstep. It's loose, he's covering it up. You can't cover it. You can't do that. And we got some conversation here between the officials as the player was covering the puck. 5:12 remains here in the second, 2-2. And here we go. We had it covered up, and we're going to have a penalty shot for Hagen. Hagen on the ice for a penalty shot for the Force. Here goes Harry, making a move. Hagen with a shot, score! I think with the one player, our little AI camera didn't catch that, but Hagen makes the move, toe drags it around and puts it in the net, put the Force up 3-2. Face off controlled by the Force. Hagen bumped off the puck. The Lakers back the other way. We're at the 5-minute mark here in the second. Force up 1. Warner backhands it. Can't get it to the neutral zone. Lakers control the puck for the moment. Feed it to the crease. Blocked away there by Fraze. Up to Potts. Into the neutral zone. Offsides.
Let's go, Coop, right now!
Face-off controlled by the Force. Hagen overskates that one. Lakers enter the offensive zone. Knocked away by Kiefer. Poked ahead by Fraze. Fraze on the move. Fraze along the boards. In the slots, Potts. Hagen coming up to provide some help. Spinning attempt there by Potts. Couldn't get that to go. Shot attempt there by Fraze. Goes off the side of the net. Backhand towards the crease. Taken away by the Lakers as he throws it into the bench. 4-14. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. Getting back on defense is going to be Blackburn and Kiefer. Back checking there is Max McDonald. Knocked off the stick there by Kiefer. Still controlled by the Lakers. Pass attempt stolen away by Kiefer. Touched ahead by Fryer. As the Lakers gather it and go back the other direction. Kiefer there with some good defense. And coming away with it's Max McDonald. Max McDonald, a 1-on-2. So he enters the offensive zone with Fryer in the slot. Backhands it. Taken away by the Lakers. Pass attempt into the skates and back down low into the offensive zone for the Force. Taken away by Huffman. Gia swings wide. I think that was a pass attempt. Another shot there. Caught in the glove by the Lakers goaltender. 3:24 remains in the second. Force up 1. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. Feed it out to the side for Fryer. Fryer dumps it down low. Max McDonald going to be the first one there. He comes off his skates. Huffman with the steal to center ice for Kelly. Kelly surveying as she backs up. Throws it ahead down the ice. Lakers back the other way. Dump it down low. Kelly to pick up the loose puck and feed it around the boards for Fryer. Fryer's cut off. Now into the stick of Max McDonald, and Huffman following to the left has it stolen away.
Your defense!
Back down the ice it goes for Kelly. Kelly around the boards, back for Fryer. Fryer loses a handle on that pass. Lakers take it away. Shot blocked in front by Kelly, cleared out by Cumberland. Onto the stick of Max McDonald. Fryer to his right, Huffman following behind. Max McDonald pulls up, has it poked off his stick. Shot from deep by Huffman. Glove to the side by the Lakers goaltender. 2:22 remains in the second. Puck fed up down the ice. Onto the stick of Warner. Warner D to Llewellyn. Llewellyn enters the offensive zone and flips it down low. Max McDonald applying some pressure. Zaremba now to stop it from going around the boards. Back and forth puck goes. Knocked off there by Huffman. Sent rink wide by the Lakers. Back on defense is Llewellyn and Warner. Lakers enter the zone. Feed it crossed for the slot. Couldn't handle the pass. Fed again down low. Cleared out by Warner. Shot attempt blocked there in front by Llewellyn onto the stick of Sutherland. Sutherland and Westhoff ahead for the force. Into a whole gaggle of Sioux defenders. Backhanded by Westhoff. Round behind the net, fed the slot. Onto the stick of Zaremba. It's kicked around, it's loose up front. Dumping it around, skates wide right. Minute 13 left, Westhoff with the puck now. In the corner, fed up. Block pass attempt there by Sutherland. Taken away by Sutherland. The Lakers gather with some speed as they enter the offensive zone. Warner to block that advancing puck. Fed up to the neutral zone. Lakers gather and dump it back down low. We're under a minute left here in the second. Force up one. Sutherland to gather the loose puck. Reverses. Maintains possession here. It's pinched off. Puck's taken away. Picked up by Westhoff. Westhoff now fires it down the ice. Can't get it out of the offensive zone. We're at 30 seconds. Llewellyn surveys. Feeds it up to Zaremba. Zaremba can't clear. Now Llewellyn with the puck. Mason has space now. Takes it into the neutral zone. Advancing with speed. Llewellyn. Toe drag. Llewellyn shot off the crossbar. Beautiful toe dragging shot by Llewellyn. Just too high. Period expires, force up one with some momentum going into the third. Yeah, don't have it. Yeah. We got another good hockey game. 3-2 force. See if they can keep it up. Face off in the skates of Fraze, picked up by Potts, knocked off his stick. Sioux Lakers are coming in. Blackburn on defense, pokes it away. Still battling forwards Blackburn. He comes away with the puck and sends it up to Potts. Potts tries to clear it out. Lakers keep it in. Down for Kiefer. Kiefer behind the net, up and around the Lakers defender. Fed down low. The Lakers feed it towards the slot. Can't get anything on it. On the stick of Hagen. Hagen with two. 1-on-2 with Hagen. Hagen gaining speed and swinging wide. Makes a move. Hagen backhand. Score! Harrison Hagen with the backhand over the top of the Lakers goaltender. Force up 2. Let's keep the pressure on force. Hagen wins the face-off. Shot. Oh, off the post. Almost buried another one back-to-back there. Kiefer to chip it ahead. Comes out to center ice. The Lakers defender falls down. Blackburn pokes it ahead onto the stick of Potts. Hagen gathers it up. He's swinging wide, pushes it ahead. Gathers the puck. Who's trailing? It's Potts in the slot. Potts falls down. Murphy Fraze there, fed out to Fraze. Kick to the side by the Lakers goaltender. Hagen feeds it ahead again. Murphy now bouncing it back and forth. Covered up finally. No. What do we got here? Finally blown. Dead. As it's covered up by the Lakers tendy.
Don't get beat.
Face off, controlled by the Force. That's going to be Kelly. Backhands. Ooh. Getting back on defense is Cumberland Kelly as the Lakers advance. That's offside. Whoa. Fed to the crease. Couldn't get it to connect. Onto the stick of Max McDonald. Chips it ahead, but not out. Kelly going to be there, or Huffman there for the Force. Now onto the stick of Kelly. Fed to the neutral zone. The Lakers gather at center ice. Dumped in. Kelly. Battling for it in the corner. Comes out to Huffman. She slaps it to the neutral zone. Nobody's maintaining possession of the puck currently. Comes out to McDonald. McDonald feeds it back the other way. Fryer now for the Force. Fryer comes away with it, feeds it out. It's going to go cross ice, and Huffman's going to be the first one there for the Force. Blocks out that defender. Stolen away for the moment. Nope. The Lakers come away with it. Swipe that by Cumberland. Back down the ice. Lakers into the offensive zone for them as Cumberland battling for it. Lifts a stick, takes the player off his skates. Fed around the glass by Kelly. Over to Fryer as he sends it all the way down the ice, and it's going to go for icing. Puck comes down for Zaremba in the corner. It's chipped back and forth, fed towards the slot, cleared out by Warner, all the way down the ice. Going to go for icing.
Move your feet, Ollie!
10-10 remains in the third. Force up 2. Face off. Controlled by the Force. Westoff now with Sutherland ahead. Zaremba following. Taken away by the Lakers. Round behind their own net. Pressured by Zaremba. Kept in there by Sutherland. Gains possession of the puck there was Sutherland has it again. Shot. Gloved by the Lakers. Comes out. Gathered by the Sioux Junior Lakers. Fed into the offensive zone. Back to gather that up is going to be Warner. Warner off the glass. Out to Zaremba. Into the neutral zone. Lakers send it back down the other way. I believe we have an offsides, and it's going to be 9:22 remaining in the third. Force 4. Lakers 2. The Lakers come away with that one for the moment. Stolen away by Fraze. Fed out to Blackburn. He feeds it back down low. Blackburn with the puck again. Pokes it in onto the stick of Hagen. Hagen, shot. Goes high over the net. Potts to battle for it. Picked up for the moment by the Lakers. Kiefer around to Potts. Potts with the puck now. Down low for Hagen. Hagen behind the net, reverses, looking to the slot, try to feed it. Hagen feeds it himself. He's winding wide, shot, score! Hagen with the hat trick. Force up 5-2. I know we're up by 3. We're up 5-2.
Up by 2.
8:44 remains here in the third. And the Force need to keep the pressure on. Kiefer with the puck advances it ahead. Knocked back the other way by the Lakers. Blackburn there to feed it back up to Hagen. Taken away by the Lakers. Getting back in positions, Blackburn and Kiefer. Blackburn with the steal, feeds it ahead again, not out. Hagen coming in to gather it. Down low, Fraze picks his pocket. Swings behind the net. Shot off the helmet of Blackburn. Picked up by Kiefer. Way to use your head, kid. Shot attempt there from the boards. Went wide. Blackburn comes into the boards as the Lakers player comes off his skates. And then he picks the pocket of a player and goes to Murphy Fraze. Fraze has it knocked off his stick. Shot from deep. Blocked by a Lakers player out front in the net. Onto the stick of Hagen. Hagen with some speed. Hagen around one. Hagen towards the net. Shot. Score! Hagen with 4. 4-6. Lakers 2. 7:42 remaining here in the third as the Force are cracking this one open. Still a lot of hockey left. Face off. Back for Kelly. Feeds it up to Huffman. Can't connect on the pass. Lakers back the other way. Kelly comes up. Applies some pressure there. Now Fryer blocks that pass attempt as it goes around behind the net. Cumberland clears it away up to Max McDonald. McDonald backing down the ice, has it taken away. Shot attempt from wide, doesn't have anything on it. Fed down the ice by Kelly. It's not going to have enough for icing. Picked up by the Lakers, and it comes back to Gia Huffman. Huffman feeds it down low for Max McDonald. In the slot there is Fryer. Fryer gathers, shoots, blocked away. Shot attempt by McDonald, fans on it, comes out to Kelly at the blue line. Kelly feeds it back down low, nobody home. Lakers come away with the puck. Off the boards, kept in by Huffman, into the bench. Face-off control by the Force, slapped out by Cumberland into the skates, blocked out in front by a Lakers player. Lakers feed it off the boards. Touch to Cumberland. And back on defense is going to be Kelly. Cumberland getting back check. In the corner the puck goes. Taken away by Fryer. Fryer down the ice, feeds it over to Huffman. Huffman enters the offensive zone. Sitting on the blue line there, knocked in by Fryer. Fryer into the offensive zone. Swings wide. Passes it to the crease onto the stick of McDonald. McDonald with the backhand up over the goaltender. Ended up saving it on top of the pads as it almost skipped over and in. 6 minutes remains in this one. Down low by the Lakers. Pressured there by Westhoff. Cross-ice pass for the Lakers. Back on defense is Llewellyn and Warner. He shoots from wide. It's blocked. Feed the crease. Can't gather it. Couple shot attempts. Nothing doing. Over for Westhoff. Westhoff has it taken away, but then stolen by Sutherland just for a moment. Fed back down low as Warner gathers up the loose puck and rips it around the boards. Kept in by the Lakers. Fed back around. We're just going to play pass back and forth as Llewellyn now with the puck. Dumps it ahead to Sutherland. Comes off of him down the ice. It's going to be no icing. Around for Zaremba. Zaremba to keep it in. Picked up by Sutherland. Isaac makes a move, spins, dumps it down low. Fed around the boards for Warner. Warner shoots one towards the net, goes up high, bounces around. It's in the goal! Warner with a blue line goal as it hopped through the 5-hole of the Lakers goaltender. So that's going to put the Force up 7-2. And with 4:41 left here in the third, the Force are quieting the Sioux Lakers crowd. Face-off win and controlled by Fraze. Entering the offensive zone, and Potts going to have it for a moment, taken away by the Lakers. Pressured here now by Hagen. Lakers maintain possession of the puck. Swiping the stick there is Llewellyn as he blocks it down in the corner. Puck cuts through the crease. Picked up by Hagen. Hagen entering wide, swinging around, feeds the crease. Shot. Oh, it's a good feed to Potts. Couldn't bury it. Fraze now with the puck on the boards. Coming up there is Llewellyn. Back on defense is going to be Warner. We're at the 4-minute mark, a 2-on-1 against Warner. They feed it, a couple good passes, one too many maybe. Comes out high for the Lakers. He's looking for it. Backhands it towards the net, blocked by Fraze. Murphy comes off his skates as he tries to feed it down the ice. Taken away now by Pot. It's gathered up by the Lakers again. Shot blocked in front by Warner. Puck's kicked around, and finally, Fraze gathers it. Sends it around to Potts. You got Potts and Hagen out front by the Force. Potts with some speed here into the offensive zone. Knocked away by the Lakers. Kiefer to come up and knock into the corner. Blackburn in position on defense. Shot goes off the side of the net. Kiefer tries to clear it out. Lakers shoot another one off the top of the crossbar and into the netting. 3:13 remains in this one. We got a running clock. Up 6-2. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. Comes out to the blue line. Taken away now by Kiefer. Fed down low by the Lakers. Blackburn gathers behind the net. Chips it ahead. Lakers keep it in. Try a pass attempt. Shot. Went up and over the net. Blocked another pass attempt there by McDonald. McDonald behind the net. Up to Fryer. Fryer chips it back ahead to McDonald, but it's taken away by a Lakers player before it could get there. Shot from deep, gloved by Quas. Approaching 2 minutes left in the game. Face-off controlled by the Force. This is Fryer. Back to Huffman, fed ahead. Max McDonald getting on his horse. Going to be the first one there for the Force as he cuts and slaps one towards the net. Goes off the side. Max McDonald still maintains possession of the puck down low. He's covered up by a couple of defenders there. Fed up to Kelly. Kelly fires one in, skips around behind the net. Max McDonald battling for it. Now Fryer with the puck. Fed towards the crease, nobody home. Defending well there is Huffman. She gets taken down. Lakers coming back the other way. Stolen away there by Max McDonald as he enters and shoots one from deep, blocked in front before it could even reach the net. Backhanded in by Kelly. Back onto the stick of Max McDonald. Max McDonald being held there for a moment. Out to Fryer, fanned on pass attempt, feeds the crease right there. Gia Huffman, score! You can put it on the board, yes! Pass straight over to Huffman, she buries the goal. Force now up 8-2. Running clock down to 40 seconds. Force gonna walk away 2-0 on this Friday evening. Our game tomorrow is going to be at, don't know the time actually, 10:45, 11:15, somewhere in there. Hopefully I know we're at a rink that's got Wi-Fi. We're at Kentwood. It's a nice little rink. 8 seconds left in this one. As Westhoff comes away with it. Shoots one towards the net, gloved by the Lakers goaltender. That's going to be it. Force win this one 8-2 as they dominate the Sioux Junior Lakers. And on this Friday, 2-0 going into Saturday morning. So we'll see you back tomorrow morning for Game 3.